Here I am. I start liking editing my videos. Hi, I'm Patrick. Before I tell you how I was able to generate no money and make zero gains in the gym in 2023, let's dive into a roller coaster and let me share a quick story about who I am. I never felt I was the smartest or the most attractive looking person. In my teenage years, I struggled a lot with self-confidence. I was playing a lot of World of Warcraft and spent much of my teenage years in front of the PC.
Alright, thumbs up.
Ready, guys?
Let's do this. Leroy Dragon!
I wanted to change and started hitting the gym at around the age of 18. At that age, I was so shy that instead of going to an actual gym, I just saved up some money and also with the help of my parents, we built a small home gym in the basement of my parents' house. Diving into the fitness content, I started following guys like Kristen Guzman, Chris Jones, Matt August, Max Tuning, the OGs of fitness YouTube. I wasn't consistent with the gym. I had my ups and downs. Maybe I can show you a picture of me about 2 years ago, where I think I was in the best shape of my life and where I felt the strongest. So fast forward of today, I've been in this self-improvement journey for a decade now. Got a decent job afterwards. Love to talk about the gym, cars, bikes and traveling. Let's actually start this YouTube video. A year ago, I decided to change my life in a completely different area. At the beginning of 2023, I hit a low point. Rising interest rates meant I was paying more for my apartment loan each month, leaving me with almost nothing left. So like everybody, the first thing I obviously did was Google. Hoping to find a straightforward answer on how to make money online, I was bombarded with a ton of different methods and people trying to sell me courses. It was overwhelming and I felt lost. I'm sure a lot of you will relate, but I didn't know where to start. And after spending countless of hours and days in front of my PC, I realized that making money online isn't as easy as it seems. And without even trying, I just gave up. A few weeks passed by and like my last breakup, I left all my frustration in the gym. Soon enough, after a month, I told myself that it's time to stop whining and really start to financially educate myself. At that time, I stumbled upon the 10K per month trend and how everybody was doing 10K per month on YouTube and Instagram, besides me. I started consuming a lot of content around money and following people like Graham Stephan, Patrick Bet-David, and the Jedi of entrepreneurship himself, Alex Hormozi. Damn, I really sound like a fanboy. This was just to name a few, and like back in the days with my gym journey, I started consuming that money, this is not financial advice content. So day and night I was sitting in front of my computer. I was excited to learn new things almost every day and my view on money started slowly shifting. I started reading money books like The Psychology of Money by Morgan Housel, listening to podcasts, which leads me to reason number 2. While doing all of this, I wasn't going to the gym. I wasn't going out with friends. I came back from work. I sat down in front of my PC and started watching YouTube or reading a book or listening to a podcast. It's the only thing I did for more than a month. I was listening to podcasts while going to work and while coming back from work. I had no balance at all. I have been always like this. Once I put my head into something, I just have no balance and I just do that one thing for a month. However, this work-life balance is kind of a tricky one. I'm referring to those very successful people that you see on the internet, and maybe you heard that statement before. Don't look at what they are saying when they are successful, but look at what they were doing when they were at the same stage as you are right now. As I told you before, I liked cars, I liked bikes. So what I did when I saved up some money, I bought an expensive car and I bought an expensive motorcycle. Just to realize that at that stage, this wasn't giving me any fulfillment at all. Back then, I owned a Golf GTI Club Sport, which eventually I sold to buy a more affordable car. As I explained to you earlier, my perspective on money quite changed, and I stopped buying brand new clothes, expensive clothes, and became much more mindful about my expenses. While I began saving more and more money at the end of the month, I quickly realized that stashing the money into the bank account wasn't giving me any returns. It was at that time that I got to know the world of the stock market. Index funds, ETFs, S&P 500, terms I have never heard in my life before. I remember like it was yesterday, I was so excited about it and I was logging into my brokerage account just to see if my money tripled or quadrupled overnight. But reality hit me quite hard again. This is not how the stock market works. It will take years to see significant returns. Don't get me wrong, I was happy that my money was into the S&P 500 rather than into the bank account, because in the bank account it wasn't giving me any returns at all. At that time, I asked myself one question, and now what? At that point, I didn't just wanted to just save money at the end of the month. My goals became bigger and I wanted my financial freedom and work from where I wanted. After all these years working and saving to buy me fancy things, I realized that I was on the top of a mountain where I didn't belong. I have to descend that mountain to then climb another higher mountain that is very, very far away. A few days later, I heard the phrase of none other than Alex Hormozy saying that you should invest in the S&Me 500 rather than the S&P 500, explaining that the best investment in the beginning is to educate yourself on how to grow your income. Sir Hormozy was right. I quit whining again and started further educating myself on the different money making methods out there and on actually how to make money with them. Amazon FBA, dropshipping, affiliate marketing, print on demand.
A few moments later.
Writing ebooks with ChatGPT, being an influencer, start a YouTube channel, SMMA, SaaS, monetize your Instagram page.
Much later.
Coaching, job servicing, and the very new trend, IGPA. You get the vibe. What to choose and what is the best method to make money? That's where the shiny object syndrome kicked in. I was informing myself about all these different methods, and like in the previous video, I was jumping from one method to another. I was thinking, ooh, this is the method that I will try, and after informing myself, I realized it's harder than I thought, and I jumped into the next one. We could also say that I was in the emotional cycle of change.
Newbies fall out between here and here and then start this process over again. So most people only relive this.
However, I told myself that I will stick to one thing and I will stick with it. So as every clever and inexperienced boy in the internet, I started dropshipping. It wasn't straightforward, and after more than a week or so, I had everything set up, I had my product, and oh wonder, nobody was buying my product. That's when I learned about YouTube ads, Facebook ads, TikTok ads, Google SEO, and that you have to spend a lot of money to advertise your product on these different platforms. So as always, I quickly gave up and quit. Just as a side note, I kind of get the hate that dropshipping is getting and that it's too late to start dropshipping. But I learned a lot, and if you want to start dropshipping, I would just recommend if you're just starting out. I actually learned a lot, even if I didn't earn any money. After quitting dropshipping, I spent again hours and days in front of my PC looking for the next big opportunity to make money. Watching thousands of videos and reels of people that supposedly are making 10K or more a month easily. They made it seem like you only have to work 30 minutes to 1 hour to achieve results like this. Every time I watched it, I got triggered. I don't know why, but if it were so easy, everybody was making 10K or more a month. Don't you think so? It also has to do something with human psychology. If you are unfamiliar with something new or in new trends, we tend to be hesitant and very skeptical. Still, until today, there is a part of me that doesn't believe you can earn 10K a month or more. 10K a month is a lot of money, and sometimes I can wrap my head around it. This reason will be the shortest one and the one that impacted me the most. I'm sure a lot of you guys out there will relate to it. Procrastination is one of the biggest reasons why I couldn't earn money or couldn't achieve my dream physique. I was doing everything besides the things that I was supposed to do. And when I mean everything, I mean it. I was making up a million excuses. I was cleaning the kitchen. I was cleaning the whole apartment. I was doing my laundry. Everything was more important or more interesting than sitting on my desk and actually do the work. To sum things up, I could add many more reasons like imposter syndrome, fear of failure, self-doubt, but this will make the video way too long. So what's next for me? If you want to know how I will change my approach on how to earn money and my relationship with the gym, stay tuned for the upcoming videos. And as always, if you have any critique or you have something to tell me, leave a comment down below and see you in the next one.